Selling it is his business. And business is booming.
Welcome, race fans. This is your host, Marcel Irnie. You will be riding on board with me on the Moby Buff, world's best motorcycles, BMW S1000RR. This is AMA Pro Superbike. We qualified 11th with a 1:29. Let's see if we can improve on that time today. I got a pretty bad start, but coming on the inside of Pinkstaff right now, and I take my spot back. That's Jake Holden in front of me on the Ducati 1198R. Ooh, that was a close one. Those new tires are slippery. Hard on the brakes. I'm leaning off the bike as much as possible, on the throttle early. Up the hill we go. Oh, Jake Holden, he's looking for a pass on Chris Clark on the factory Suzuki. Oh, he takes the inside. Nice. Ooh, cuts him off. Perfect pass. Now that's Chris Clark on the factory Suzuki. Keep in mind these guys are running the Magnelli Morelli traction control. They got around 15 more horsepower than my stock BMW. So I got some work cut out for me to keep up. Nice. We both get an excellent exit onto the front straight here at Laguna Seca. This is always a tricky corner for me. Try to stay away from the white paint. Perfect. I got a much better exit than in qualifying. No wheelie control. I got nothing on my bike, all stock. So it's hard to keep that front wheel down. These factory bikes in front of me, they'll have the Magnelli Morelli, which has wheelie control, launch control, trash control where they can get on the throttle, like a short throttle turn, full trash control, and just praying the bike rocks out of the corner. So we definitely had a big disadvantage here, but I'm doing pretty well with corner speed and brakes. 240 down the front straight. Notice our fastest lap is a 1:28.46 right there. Fastest lap. That's a second faster than I did in qualifying. And right now we're on 0.01 faster than that lap. Let's see if we can go quicker. 0.12. We're going fast. Go, go, go. We're still on pace for a faster lap, just barely. I'm hunting Chris Clark. I want that position. Ooh, we're going even faster now, 0.3. A second faster than the last lap. Oh, lost some time right there. No, made it back. It's a beautiful track, Laguna here. This is a tough corner too, is like it kind of catches you off guard. You got to brake early. Oh, damn. Lost it all right there. No traction control. And Chris is gone. Boom, lost a half a second or more from spinning up the rear. Ooh, getting closer though on the brakes again. It's always a fun corner. I shift from second to third while wheeling, while transitioning from a left to a right. I definitely noticed in qualifying that I was the only person wheeling between many corners, so their computer systems keep them stable for sure. 130 miles per hour up the hill, drop in left here on the throttle. And this is the dash up the hill. 131, 133, and on the brakes, blind in this corner, stay right, and then turn left, and just turn on the throttle smooth and down. That's an amazing corner, definitely world famous. This is the bumpiest corner right here on the track at left. And this one, I just try to look real far ahead. I'm looking where the rider is, try to see the exit, so I use the whole track. Enjoy the tune by Kalen Horn. Redbeard Music on SoundCloud. Chris is still in our sights. Still got that rabbit in front of me. But our lap time is going to be a little slower here. The 1:28.85 on lap 6, technically, because the first lap was warm-up. We are running Dunlop soft tires, the 2665. Hopefully they'll survive the 23-lap race. The soft compound Dunlop tires, they only work well in hot temperatures. So as it gets colder, are forced to run harder compounds to prevent cold tear. This is going to be another fast lap here, -1 right now on the difference timer. Like a roller coaster right there, dropping in. This track was really tricky to learn. This is the first time I could actually ride the curbing. Most tracks, the curbing can be slippery, but they got some kind of abrasive in it. Boom, another 1:28.85, identical lap times. So I'm got a good pace going, being very consistent. Let's talk a little bit about my riding style and position. I use my upper body to reduce lean angle, so I'm not only sliding my butt halfway off the seat, I'm getting my head and my chest low, which allows me to reduce lean angle or increase lean angle with more speed and more throttle. My elbow practically scraping right there on the throttle, using the entire track. On Laguna specifically, it's important to use all the track surface to maintain a high speed. My average speed is pretty high compared to most tracks, considering the corner angles. Here's the bumpy corner. This is where I weight my outside peg, get on the throttle, trying to increase rear grip. Hard brake. You feel the rear end swerving all over the place. Dip it in, off the brakes, on the gas. Spinning up a little bit right there.
Racing. Today we're watching Marcel Irnie bleeding his brake before the race. It's really important to bleed your brake before so it has no hair in it.
Hello, Marianne.
Hello, how are you, Marcel?
Good. We got qualifying 2 today, Q2, and I gotta go much faster. I did a 1:29.8, my second time on the track, and now this will be my third time on track, period, and I want to do a 1:27.
You have to.
That's right.
If you want to do the qualifying 3.
No, I don't need that for that. But I want to be I want to be up with Jake Holden again. So, anyways, welcome to the Moby Buff World's Best Irnieracing pit. Take a look at the pit, Marianne. Got the Canadian flag.
Here we have Rachel that explain all the stuff about Moby Buff and selling sats, and we have our Canadian flag right here. We represent Canada today. Let's see the Moby Buff display with.
Right. That's a wrap, Marianne. The video's
That's a wrap. Cheers, guys.
I'll see you in qualifying.
See ya.
Ooh, we just did a 1:29.21, so I'm slowing up a bit here, but still fast as my qualifying effort. A little bit of slip and slide. It's all mind and throttle. It's important to stay light with your grip or weight on the handlebars. You want to keep the handlebars light. You don't want to induce anything with the front end. You want it to do what it wants to do. So hang on with your legs, hang on with your weight on your pegs. Your pegs are actually a best place to weight down to prevent wheelies as well. It's more of a central weight than when you sit down. So I'm leaning my body as forward as possible. I'm trailing the rear brake sometimes when I can move my feet to keep the front end down. It's also important to have your weight forward when you're entering a corner. So when you brake, instead of putting all the weight on your arms, let your crotch and your leg go into your gas tank, which will hold you, from sliding forward more and putting the weight on your bars or your arms. It's also important the weight that does go on your arms, to try to keep your arms straight. It saves your muscles and it's just easier that way. But like I said, use your legs, slide against the tank, and now as you enter the corner, your weight's already forward. Try to look really far through the corners. Like right now I'm braking, but I'm looking through around the corner as far as the camera can see. I'm not looking at my brake zone whatsoever. And a lot of people panic brake when they like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it, and they're going to just look where they're not going to make it. Instead, look through the corner. When you over brake or you're panicking you're not going to make the corner, look through and it'll just help you turn the corner regardless of the speed you're going. And then if you're not going to make it, you can turn up at the last minute and run into the sand at an angle. That, reducing your speed the entire time you're trying to attempt the corner. So here I'm full throttle for a second, off trail braking. You see about half brake, off brake, smooth on throttle, and exit. Oh, there's Jake Holden just pulled off track. I moved into 10th spot, my AMA debut. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think they were having overheating issues in practice a little bit with qualifying. So it's unfortunate that Jake had to pull out. He's a fast racer. Very talented. So we're officially on lap 10 right now, even though it says 11 on the dash wear gauges. You can get these gauges at dash wear, but you need the Speedangle lap timer to make it all possible. We shift up to fourth, 190, 200, 226 kilometers per hour as I brake and get a little unsettled into the corner. I think I remember we're running a 1643 rear sprocket. I changed my sprockets from a 42 on the rear to allow me to run more third gear instead of switching so much second to third. In practice, I was running the bike more like a 600, second, third, and now I'm able to use more of the torque of the bike and reduce my shifting time. Just trying to keep that rear end straight on the throttle.
And look at that view. That curve is just a pure dream. Show it. It's just magnifico. And we have Alfa Romeo just behind us. And yeah, it was a great day. Marcel did great. And what are you doing?
I'm circling around you.
Yeah.
Just checking out the view.
Yeah.
Back to the race action. That's a 129.3. Still qualifying times, but I'm not able to hold the 28s. I'm getting a little fatigued, and my tires are wearing. This onboard footage is courtesy of SBK. We got permission from World Superbike to be filming here. So that's why we're the only racer filming the race for AMA Pro Superbike. We're using the Drift Ghost S cameras. The best cameras out there for sure. Ooh, I love entering that corner a little sideways. It's a big downhill drop, so you're really using your brakes. Lap 12. Everyone is studying my lines here, trying to pick up what I'm doing for their track day at Laguna next time. This is definitely a great example of where to go and how to go fast. Hard on the brakes, down 3 gears. Notice how the bike is always pitching in to the left. That's because I'm looking through the corner to the left, and it helps. Now let's talk about lean angle and acceleration. Lean angle is the biggest restriction to your acceleration plan. You can only get on throttle as much as you have as little lean angle as possible. So it's always a percentage factor. Think about your tires as having 100% traction. When you exceed 100% traction, your tire loses grip and you crash. Now, how much of that 100% of your front and rear tire is going into braking, accelerating, and cornering? You have to divide them up. Say, you're coming up the hill right now, 100% is on accelerating, now 100% braking, 90% braking, now 40% lean, 80% lean, and 20% braking, like a mixture of the two. So right now, it's 100% leaning, and then now 80% lean, 20% throttle, etc. You're always manipulating the two back and forth about lean angle versus acceleration or brake. So 100% brake, off the brake a little bit, now 80% lean, now 20% throttle, and full throttle, 0 lean.
Marcel Irnie at his first race of AMA at Laguna Seca. How you feel?
I'm getting a little nervous as time goes on. It got delayed a bit because a bunch of crashes in the SBK. So we still got like 18 minutes to relax.
Yeah. And how do you think it will be your fast time lapse?
I don't know, just try to get a faster lap on the first few laps just from the adrenaline and the racing. So
and try not crashing too?
Finish the race is the goal, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, babe.
Okay, cheers, bye.
We just did a 130.16. And the times are dropping now. Ooh. And there's that entrance to the corner again. Now 100% lean, and now 80% lean, 20% throttle, 100% throttle. So keep that in mind. You have to be gentle with the throttle, especially with a big bike such as an S1000 or any Superbike, because it has so much power and it reacts so quickly. What's important to going fast and getting a good lap time is where do you make up the most time? Ooh, off track right there. I'm pulling a Rossi. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It's about making up time when it's important. Now, what is the best time saver is on the straightaways. You want to use those straights to your full effect and advantage. The corners are much shorter, you spend less time there. So let's make the straights longer and the corners shorter. So I'm ripping down the straight right now, trying to create a top speed, hold the throttle for as long as possible, and then hard brake, of course. I want to make this corner short and sweet, and I want to get on throttle as soon as possible and make the next straightaway right here. Notice now I'm not downshifting to second. My tire is getting worn. For me, running a higher gear is my own sort of traction control system. It's going to have less power, less likely to wheel spin, and becomes a little smoother, easier on my system in my mind. So my point before was make the straights longer and the corners shorter. Focus on making more straightaway. Now, to get the bike's ultimate speed, the first thing you have to do is relax your grip on the handlebars, like I spoke earlier, and to make the bike as stable as possible. The last thing you want at high speed is like a tank slapper that's going to throw you about. Now that you're relaxed on the straightaway, get your head down and low behind the windscreen to get out of the air wind. It helps the airflow past you and the bike. It'll give you an extra couple miles per hour. I did a 129.76, lap 16. My mechanic along the wall is signaling me that Ferreira on the Kawasaki ZX-10 is catching up a little bit. He is within sight now of a straightaway. So I'm doing a little more push now. And let's enjoy the tune. The Destroyer. front straight for lap 18. Only 4 more laps to go. I just gotta hang on. Oh, so sore. I hit the ground so hard with my Schubert helmet, but no concussion. I really got to thank all the corner workers at Laguna. They all did an awesome job. Very professional. They know what they're doing. Just getting on the throttle. Oh, it spins up early. Smash. Now here's real time with the rear cam. I tried to hang on. The bike threw me into the air. I'm hanging on upside down. There's that no traction control. It's just mind and throttle, and even this third gear, I was in third gear this time too. See, the windscreen broke off. My head hit the windscreen when I was upside down and then went over the front. Bam!
Move the ass end around.
I hope you enjoyed my editing and onboard footage.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm finally up, and the corner workers are taking me to the truck. Say hello to the help at the Laguna. Fans are everywhere.
Marcel Irnie with World's Best Motorcycles, Moby Buff. The race was going great. I was in 10th place and had a gap for the guy behind me in my AMA debut. It's a tough word. And turn 2, I was exiting in third gear, nothing out of the ordinary, and the rear stepped out like maybe 1.5 meters, and then threw me up above the bike, and my feet were like upside down, hanging on the handlebars and like a head shaker. And it kept shooting me, and I ended up doing a front flip over the front of the bike and landed in front of the bike, and my Schubert helmet number 2 has been wrecked. This is actually a crash. Oh, there it hit on the front left and then skidded around and I'm okay. Just sore knee and my hip took the brunt of it. And here, Marianne, come over here real quick for a knee for the bruise shot. Right there. A little bit of a bruise. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's not show the world everything. And hurt my hand, but sucks because it was going to be a good finish. I was on lap 19 maybe. But we'll be back. Anyways, Weira comes up in a couple weeks probably. All right. Thank you. That's
Bye.
it.
Cheers.